How's it going, Godzilla fans, kaiju fans, collectors, and just general people of YouTube? This is Chanzilla 1964 coming back to you, not with a figure review, but a haul today. Yeah, so if you had been following me on my Instagram, which will be right around somewhere on the screen, I went to G-Fest pretty much this past weekend, and I had a blast. Like, my first ever G-Fest. It was just, I had an amazing time over there. Met so many amazing people, many cool people. It made me realize how cool of a community the Godzilla community is. But without further ado, let's get into this haul, shall we? Starting off, we have the G-Fest 30 or G-Fest 2025 official program, which is a magazine, which is really cool. I like this. So you get this when you first get into G-Fest. You get that, and if you get the weekend pass, then you also get a weekend pass card with a lanyard on the lanyard. So this was cool. I really like this stuff. So yeah, those things really cool, really dope. That I ended up going for G-Fest 30. So long story short, I originally wasn't planning on going to G-Fest this year, except when I was messaging the folks who run the company that used to be known as YMSF. I was messaging them about the 4 figures that were going to be coming out for the Monsterverse Titans, that being Methuselah, Behemoth, Scylla, and Muto Prime. And then when I asked them, when is it going to be released? Where is it going to be released? They had told me that it was going to be released here at G-Fest. So I, right after I heard that, I was wanting to go on a trip this summer. So I said, okay, you know what? Let's go to G-Fest this year. And hey, that's what I did. So that's a long story short. I honestly wouldn't have come up if I didn't do that. So it was really cool. And speaking of which, you know what? We'll save that for the end. That's me, the last bunch of figures that I reveal in this haul, pretty much, because I got other stuff besides just YMSF figures. And yeah, I also did get a bunch of autographs at G-Fest, so I will not be showing them here. Maybe I'll pop them up on the screen. I'll pop up like a montage or something. In fact, at some point I'm probably gonna do a G-Fest 30 recap, or my first G-Fest recap, because it was such a cool time. I had such a great time. So yeah, do stay tuned for that. Hopefully coming out sometime this week. Okay, that's enough rambling on about G-Fest. Point is, I had a great time, met lots of wonderful people, did lots of cool things, and got lots of cool stuff. So let's get into this cool stuff, yeah? Alright, the first thing... Damn it, I'm so excited, I'm f***ing up my set. Alright, the first thing that we got, not really the first thing, but one of the first things that I got on the last day I was at G-Fest, was the Sofuvi Puppet Mascots Volume 3 box set. So we got Volumes 1 and 2. You can see reviews for those on my channel, but now we got number 3. And I will not be unboxing them here. In fact, look, I did not open this. See? Unopened. So we'll be doing an unboxing video of that soon. But yeah, that's one of the first things that we got. And then, sorry, I gotta reach up here. I got this from the booth that I met Mr. Fresh Final Reviews at. Cool guy, really cool guy. But I had picked this up at the X Plus. I picked this up, not at, but this is the X Plus Deforeel. God, I hope I'm getting that right. I believe this is a Deforeel. If not, this is like the Garage Toy Godzilla 2023 figure. So yeah, this is my first ever X Plus figure, to be honest with you. And it seems fitting that I pick up my first X Plus. I'm just gonna hang this over here. Yeah, I'm gonna hang that right there. But it seems fitting I pick up my X Plus figure from the booth that Mr. Fresh Final Reviews himself was at, which, funny enough, I was looking for a 64, but when I saw the 2023 in box, I was like, you know what, this is a cool figure. I've been trying to collect 2023 stuff all year, ever since I was in Japan, so I might as well pick this guy up too. but I have not unboxed him yet, so we can unbox him right now. Actually, never mind. Nope, we'll do a whole separate figure review video for this guy. But so yeah, basically really cool experience, really cool guy. And like I said, it does seem very fitting that I picked this up, my first X Plus, I guess, figure or thing at the booth that, you know, Mr. Fresh Randall himself was at. So yeah, really cool experience. Do be expecting a review of that guy some point down the line. Okay, before we get to the figures, I got a couple more things. This was there was a big Ultraman event there, so they were selling these things, these Ultraman Goliath coins. I picked one of these up. Really cool. Not Ultraman, but Ultra 7. Sorry. So yeah, really cool. I like Ultra 7. He's personally my favorite Ultraman, although the Ultraman, the original series, is my favorite series. And my dad likes Ultra 7 too, so that's why I picked this up, and I picked one up for him too. And then I also picked up this thing. So for those of you who don't know, this is the Pillow and Fleece Mothra blanket. The pillow being the Mothra larva, and the blanket being Mothra imago form. I'm not going to open this. I got this from my baby sister, but I mean, just check it out. This thing is really cool, and the fleece in it is really nice. I'll take a picture of it and post it somewhere on the screen. But yeah, really cool. And she's really big too. Like, there's a lot of really good plushy detail. Love this thing. I should have bought one for myself, but that's okay if I didn't. This is going to my baby sister. So yeah, and you can go right. You know what? Yeah, you can go like right there. That works. All right. Now let's get into the figures. Before this whole thing falls apart here. Let's go through the Bandai figures first. Basically, I picked up the Bandai Movie Monster Series Premium. Sorry, the Bandai Premium Movie Monster. Okay. All right, let's get to the Bandai stuff first. I picked up this guy first. This is the 1984 Bandai Movie Monster Series 1984 Godzilla, pretty much. I didn't have a version of the 84 through Bandai Movie Monster Series. I had the original Bandai Memorial box set version of him, but I figured as time goes on, eventually I'm going to want to shelve that guy away. So I wanted to pick up a Movie Monster Series version of him, just in case I ever, you know, wanted to make videos using this specific suit ever again. So yeah, that's one of the first figures I got at G-Fest. On day one, I believe. Yeah, on day one. Then also on day one, I got the Bandai Movie Monster Series game version of Bagan. So I was originally not going to pick this guy up, but I saw him in person. I was like, okay, he's kind of cool. And it was kind of an impulse buy where I was like, you know what, should I, shouldn't I? And I really thought about it, that I could possibly do something with him in the future short video. So yeah, so I picked him up, and he looks freaking cool. I love how they did the horns for him. So yeah, Bagan over here. And then we also got the Bandai Premium Shadow Ghidorah, or the original color Ghidorah, or Rainbow Ghidorah, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I did pick this figure up at G-Fest. This is one figure I was looking for in Japan when I was up in Japan, but I realized it didn't release till a month after I left. So now I have it in hand, and I'm really happy that I have it in hand. I'm really happy that I grabbed him too, because this is a really cool figure, and it's also a really cool figure that really brings out a piece of Ghidorah's history. So I'm really excited to have this thing. And the color is amazing on this compared to the golden one. No offense, I do love the golden Bandai Movie Monster Series figure of King Ghidorah. I do. However, this is a much cooler color palette, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm gonna put him over here next to Mothra. Alright, lastly we have the YMSF figures that I grabbed at G-Fest, that being the YMSF, that being the YMSF Zedus from Gamera the Brave. So for those of you who don't know, Zedus was the main kaiju villain of Gamera the Brave. You know, the one with Toto, how Gamera starts off as a little box tortoise and then grows into the Gamera, pretty much. So yes, YMSF, or now it's known as Zero Toys, did make a Zedus figure. I got Zedus version B, where he has the whole tongue thing going on here. And there's a version A too, but I opted to go with this guy because this is how I know him. And really cool figure. Do be expecting a review of this guy sometime soon. But yeah, that's the first YMSF figure that we got here. And then I also picked up the YMSF Titanicilla figure, which I absolutely love. This is by far my favorite figure out of the whole bunch that I picked up at G-Fest, because this was the one figure that I went for, because I picked up the other ones on eBay, which I'm glad I did, because what ended up happening, which is crazy, even though I spent a few, extra couple of $100 getting those original three first, what ended up happening was that first day that I went to go pick this guy up, everything else started selling out fast. If I remember correctly, Methuselah was sold out, Behemoth not quite. I'm not sure I saw Muto Prime there anymore, but I for sure saw this figure. So yeah, that first day a lot of the stuff sold out for YMSF, but I was really glad I was able to pick up Scylla. So yeah, we have Scylla. We completed the whole YMSF Monsterverse Titans, so do be expecting a review of Scylla and all that good junk. And then some, because there's going to be an then some. Then I also grabbed the green monster from YMSF, or I'm just going to call it Zero Toys from now on, because for the longest time I known them as YMSF. So to call it anything else is weird, but now they're officially known as Zero Toys. So from here on out, we're just going to be calling it Zero Toys. But from Zero Toys, they also got the green monster, aka the Raymond Comics, the Marvel Comics Godzilla here. I was hesitant on picking this guy up. Even though I saw him, I was like, okay, he's cool. So I ended up picking this guy up on the third day, because I went back the second day to the dealer's room. I was like, eh. Then I went back on the third day of the dealer's room, and I was like, okay, you know what? He's really cool. I should really pick him up. So that's what I did. I picked up the green monster, the Raymond Comics version of Godzilla, which I'm happy I did, because there's so much potential that can be done with this. It's cool, and it's a really cool design, which we'll get a review out for I'm not sure how soon, but we will get a review out for him. But yeah. And then last but not least, this is a kind of surprise figure that I picked up. I wasn't expecting to pick this girl up, by the way, but I ended up picking up this figure, and I'm glad I did, because this was the last one in the box. Okay, here, I'll just show her off right here. So we have the Zero Toys, and I'm probably gonna butcher this name. I'll put it up on the screen, but Komothrodax from the not 1998, but basically it's the animated series named Godzilla, based off of the 1998 Godzilla, her son. So this is pretty much the mate for that version of Godzilla, and I was gonna pick up that version of Godzilla originally, but by the time I got to the booth, like I said, a lot of stuff sold out. So he was one of the first figures from what I know and I understand, that did sell out at the Zero Toys booth, which I was kind of bummed about. That's why I didn't pick this girl up on the first run around when I went, but I did go back to the dealer's room on the first day a second time, and I saw her still on the table. So I asked the guy, hey, is there any of these left, the Komothrodax? And then he let me know, really nice guy, really cool guy, he let me know that this was the last one. So I made a split-second decision, and I picked her up, and I do not regret it, because this is honestly one of the cooler figures. She's on the smaller side, which I appreciate, but she is so cool in the design and everything, and it's just amazingly show accurate. And I'm happy I picked this up because now I have a reason to pick up the Zilla figure that goes with this, the animated Godzilla figure that goes with this. And eventually when Zero Toys does drop their Cyber Godzilla, I will pick that one up too. So really excited to review all of these, especially this one because she's really cool. And yeah, let's do a zoom out here so we can catch everything, because there's a lot to catch and we still can't catch everything even though we zoomed out. But let me change the lighting here. So yeah, this right here is my first G-Fest haul, the G-Fest 2025 G-Fest 30 figure haul, which for me, like I said, was an amazing experience. I had a lot of fun there. I do plan on going back next year. Met a lot of really cool people. If you're watching this, I really appreciate all of you. You guys helped me see what a cool community the Godzilla community truly is. And yeah, I hope to see you guys over at G-Fest next year. But with that being said, I got some unpacking left to do. I started to give stuff to my folks, and we have some reviews to kind of map out and plan out on top of all the shorts that we're planning out for you folks, which by the way, there will be a recap of G-Fest. I did almost forget that. Yeah, we'll also be recapping my G-Fest experience because I took a lot of pictures, some video, but more so pictures, so we'll be doing that too on the channel. There's a lot to come for the Chanzilla 1964 channel. Please stay tuned. I will do my best to keep on pumping out videos for this stuff because there's a lot of videos to pump out. But yeah, do be expecting a full recap of my first ever G-Fest experience. But with that being said, I think this is a good closer. This has been Chanzilla 1964 saying until next time, you guys, peace. And if you liked the video, do be sure to hit the like button. If you think I may have missed anything, if you have any questions on any of this stuff, let me know in the comment section down below. And then if you like what you see on this channel, do be sure to subscribe. But yeah, that being said, this has been Chanzilla 1964, extremely jet-lagged version of Chanzilla 1964 saying until next time, guys, peace.